Hi everyone, Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books, and today is the last day of 2024, December 31st. Tomorrow will be a bright new year, 2025, and I thought we'd end on a personal note. Nice to see you back. I hope you stick around. I want to talk about a few personal things, and I'm hoping that as we go into 2025 that everybody has a wonderful new year. Myself, I want to try to make some changes in my life. These are changes that I've made before, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, I haven't scripted anything, so this is 100% off the cuff. I have always struggled with my weight, and I'm going to be 64 in 2 weeks. My birthday is 15th of January, and I am determined that I'm going to get myself back to where I was 2 years ago. So, a little bit of history. I have always struggled with my weight. Well, I shouldn't say always struggled. From about my late 30s onwards. In September of 2013, I had gastric bypass surgery. Best thing I ever did. I'm going to put, I will put a picture up of my before and after, but I just wanted to kind of go over that. So I'm only 5 feet tall. And at the time, 2013, so what was I? I'm 63 now, so I was just early 50s. And I was 340 pounds. At 5 feet tall, that's not good. At the time, no health issues, nothing really to warrant being that weight. It was just overeating that did it. So I decided to go ahead with the surgery. I lost a good, I would say in the first year, I think 120 pounds. Have pretty much kept that off. Now, when COVID started, I did start to pack on the pounds because, of course, stuck in the house, couldn't go anywhere. And I decided that January of the following year, so I think it was January 2021, that I was going to start an exercise routine. I bought, I bought an iWatch. That was the first thing I got. And I then, shortly after, I think, April of 2021, no, back up a little bit. So January 2021, I got the watch. And I started looking into intermittent fasting, and found a channel, a woman by the name of Ann Parham, who does, I think now she does sort of more coaching, but at the time hers was basically about women over 50 using intermittent fasting, and a lot of her channel was still about that, and I will link her channel below. So when I found her channel, it was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, okay, well, let me try this. And I started in March of 2021. And then in April 2021, I bought a treadmill. I'll put a little photo up of my fancy schmancy treadmill. It's a Nordictrack, so it has an incline feature, which I love. I mean, it's a monster. It's quite huge, but I love using that treadmill. And so I started that, and I started intermittent fasting, and I went to a 6-hour eating window. So I would start at about 10 and finish at 4 in the afternoon. And for me, that worked pretty well because I work from home, work for myself. So I did that. And I'm going to show you a photo. Now, this photo that I'm going to put up is the before I had the gastric bypass surgery, and the photo that is the after is me after a year of exercise and following Diane's intermittent fasting regimen. So that's up here. I managed to get myself, now I didn't just do treadmill. I did initially, and then I think in the fall I started adding a strength training program. So it was a very beginner level, but I did that, and this is where I got to. I got myself down quite a bit. I was 170 pounds, so I was half the weight that I started at. And I was really, really happy about that. And I actually kept that weight off for probably a good year. And then, so then we fast forward to January of this year, January 2024. And I got sick. I had shingles. I had a fairly bad case of shingles. And it affected my ability to exercise because the shingles was along my entire right thigh was covered in shingles, and it was very painful. And I experienced issues from that for I would say a good 4 to 6 months, and that really did cause problems for me exercising. Then I experienced an issue with, and so I gained some weight, and then I experienced an issue with my the back of my right calf, left calf. Sorry, left calf. I get confused, and it was really causing me issues. I do believe, if I'm being perfectly honest, that I think a good bit of it had to do with the weight gain and my lack of exercise. So, because I had gone from exercising almost daily to exercising not at all. So I gained quite a bit of weight, and then I have experienced a few other issues, some health issues, which I won't get into because they're just little things here and there, which I think all of it is related to the extra. So I gained in total, I think, about 40 to 50 pounds. I kind of fluctuate. I haven't really gone past that, but it is concerning me. So the reason I'm doing this video is that I want to share my new journey, which is going to start January 1st. And I will be getting back on an exercise regimen. So my initial thoughts are, now I do go out and I walk, and I've kind of gotten myself a little bit back into that. But one of the things I actually want to do is I want to quit drinking coffee. I use it as a bit of a crutch, I think is the best way to put it. You know, I mean, I love it and everything, but I'm going to remove it slowly, not 100%, because I think that probably just eliminating coffee on the odd day here and there is a good way to start. So that's number one thing I'm going to do, get rid of coffee. The number two thing I'm going to do is I'm going to begin an exercise regimen. And so that is going to be minimum 3 days a week on the treadmill. So that's not going to include the walks I take to go get my coffee, because I do walk to go get my coffee. So that's not going to include that. That is going to be 100% 3 days a week on the treadmill. It'll probably be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we'll go from there. So this is where I'm going to begin. And then as far as the intermittent fasting is concerned, the one thing I learned from trying to do it before is that starting with an 8-hour window is a good place to start. So that's a 16-hour non-eating against an 8-hour eating. And within that 8-hour window, you know, you can pretty much eat normal. Normal is not junk food, okay? Normal is just, you know, everyday food, like maybe eating, having, well, I'm not really a breakfast person, but, you know, eating like kind of a little bit something in the morning, a little bit something in the afternoon, and something a little later in the day. I do like to kind of finish eating around 4 or 5 o'clock. I find I sleep better at night if I do not eat past 6 in the evening. So, you know, that's going to be kind of where I'm going to be at, of course. And no junk food, no baked goods. That means no cookies. So, the coffee, cookies, and books. Well, the coffee and cookies might be falling off, but we're still going to have the books, which I think is great. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use this video to say this is where I'm going to start my journey. I think, you know, personally, I've never been a heavy person. I'll put up a few photos, just a couple, so that you can see that I've never been, I was never heavy before I hit my late 30s. I was kind of just, you know, I would say an average weight for my height, and I felt good, and, you know, I was in pretty good shape because I worked out on a regular basis. So I really want to get myself kind of back to a point where I feel good about myself. And I believe that if I can get, my goal is 20 pounds. So like, honestly, I don't have a long-term goal. I have a short-term goal. And it is just to get myself back below the 200-pound mark, because I believe that that's going to make a difference in a lot of things that I'm experiencing right now. One of the reasons I want to get rid of the coffee is that I have been experiencing saliva stones on the side. And when I saw the specialist about it, he did suggest quitting coffee, switching 100% to water, which is not a big thing because I've always been a water drinker, always will be. So I will try to substitute water, and I'm going to do it on, like, you know, eliminate it 1 day a week, then eliminate it 2 days a week and 3 days a week, and kind of go from there with it. And even if, you know, I can get myself down to having coffee only on the weekends, then that's what I will do. But so I'm sharing this with you, putting it all out there, letting you know that I want to use this channel to make myself accountable, because it's difficult when you're on your own, and there's nobody who sees you every day. It's like nobody really makes you accountable for the things like that. And I believe that you're going to see me every week on this channel. This week, it's 3 videos. I did one yesterday, and you're going to get my first TBR for January on January 1st, which is tomorrow. So I thought I would do this as an in-between, and this is my cue to get off my ass and do this, and stop procrastinating. Now, I would really love it if you join me in whatever you need to do this year. If you want to use me as your sounding board, I am more than happy to put myself out there and let you do that. I'm going to tell you what the good side is, what I had success with, and what I didn't have success with. I'm going to give you some tips on what I have been doing, and obviously what's helping me to kind of get myself through this little journey that we're going to go on together. And hopefully by the time we get to December 31st, 2025, we can all have successes with the things that we want to do this year. So with that all said, I'm going to say Happy New Year. And I wish everyone the best in 2025. I would really love it if you would comment and let me know what you think about this and what you would love to do yourself. And I just want to say, this is actually inspired by, I was watching a fellow YouTuber that I follow, Amanda. I will link her channel below. And she listed quite a few of her own personal struggles. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. And I had already done my other 2 videos, so I thought, well, we'll leave this one for a video all on its own. So please, definitely join me and like and subscribe. And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you in 2025.